Hello Libra, thank you so much for joining me today. Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. This reading is going to look at your energies between the 8th to the 14th of February 2021, Libra, or thereabouts. I've pre-shuffled the cards, so I'll just do a final shuffle to get your energy well and truly into them. Just to say, it is a general reading, Libra, so it won't resonate with all of you, but it certainly will with some of you. So I'll just do a final shuffle of the Moonology cards to get a starter message for you. So here we have the new moon in Gemini, another air sign like yourself. This is saying communication is key. Okay, communication is key. And it's just worth bearing in mind, isn't it, that Mercury, the planet of the mind, the ruling planet for Gemini, is currently appearing to go retrograde in the heavens, which affects communication, can affect communication. All forms of communication. So something about communication being key to something. So let's see where we're going with you, Libra. But Libra, you're an air sign also, and the swords. And although your ruling planet is Venus, you are definitely a source, very much of the mind. So just to bear that in mind also. And number 52 here, this is about direction, having a purpose, being clear about your objectives and taking the first step in some way. So I just put that to one side also. And final shuffle of the Osho Zen tarot cards. So we have a current situation here, and your energy, Libra. What you're thinking about, the root of a matter, past influences, the future going forward, and then something else the universe wants to say, which may or may not be connected to the reading. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have completion, a major arcana. And as you can see there by the imagery, we've got a puzzle here, and there's somebody putting the final piece of a puzzle in, and it's in the third eye chakra position. So it's there's some form of a completion, some form of a final understanding, and it may be when you've tapped into your intuition, or a knowledge or an understanding or a knowing, or just a knowing about something. Or it might not be to do with the mind. It could be a completion of something else. So let's see. And the final shuffle of the Nature Wildwood tarot cards. And at the bottom of this deck we have the Seven of Arrows, and this is about insecurity. When we're feeling insecure and imagining all sorts of things to our own detriment, if you like. So let's see, this is about feeling insecure about something. Okay, Libra. At the heart of your reading we have Rebirth, which is from the suit of the mind, and we have the Ace of Bows, which is about the spark of life. So this Rebirth card, this is about an inner rebirth for me. Because we have, if you see at the bottom of the imagery, we have the camel plodding along, not really thinking about anything, just being guided, if you like, or just No enthusiasm or any particular energy about anything, really, not really thinking about anything. Just plodding along, going through the motions, if you like, the motions of the mind. But you see, out of the camel, there's at some point, you know, we have the lion that's risen up. So this is about a raised awareness, perhaps a bit of anger and fierceness that's risen up from the camel energy. And then from the lion, from that, we've got the, like an inner child, rebirth, a completion, you know, a rebirth of the inner child, perhaps of innocence, but a completion, having roared your way out of the camel energy. Now things more calm, but feeling completely at peace and calm and in harmony with yourself. So this is right at the centre of your reading for some of you, Libra. Some form of a rebirth has occurred. And the Ace of Bows, the spark of life. So, you know, so this is about a new beginning in some area. A new beginning that, a new spark. As a result of this rebirth process that some of you have been going through. It's created this an energy of a new beginning in some area, that something is sparked your creativity, sparked your imagination. Because the bows, like the ones in ordinary tarot, are very much about movement and change, creativity and passion. And of course the aces are about new opportunities, new beginnings in some area. So I feel this rebirth, you know, whichever come first, it could be that whatever this Ace of Bows means for you has really sparked this process of a rebirth for you. So certainly something to do with a new creative endeavour, new opportunity, new idea. But certainly a rebirth of your feelings of passion, and opportunity, awareness of opportunity there. So let's see where this is going. So this is right at the heart of your reading for some of you. Lovely energies. And of course, there's something here, you see, about completion. So the final piece of the jigsaw has been put in for some of you, or is going in, to complete this picture. But there is an element of insecurity here. And of course change can bring in, can make you feel insecure, can make you feel a bit wobbly. And what you're thinking about at the moment, we have the Master and we have the hooded man. Okay, so what you're thinking about at the moment, the Master now, this is a major arcana, and this is talking about somebody that's very much, it's very much a Zen energy. Somebody who's very much in tune with universal energies, with the moon energy here. Very intuitive, very together, if you like, very much of the mind. And if we think about the completion, that jigsaw puzzle being put in to the third eye area. So, you know, a raised awareness. So, and this is what you're thinking about. And it may be that this is representing yourself, or it may be what you're thinking about, some of you Libra, is somebody else that has this master energy, and this is who or what you are thinking about, or just the energy of the master, but having a deeper understanding or a raised awareness of the universal connections and the planetary connections and the planetary activity and energy. So, you know, you could well be thinking about that. And of course, we've got the hooded man there. So in ordinary tarot, this would be the hermit energy, where we take time out, we shine a light to get a better understanding. And we have the wren here, who is a very watchful energy, but brings information, brings news. You can see the hooded man looking down at the wren, who has been somewhere gaining information, and now she brings that information forward. So, you know, see as the seeking of information, trying to get knowledge about something, which links in nicely with this master energy. And These are the energies that you're thinking about for some of you, Libra. And just remember, I think right at the beginning we had communication is key here. And this could well be higher communication, intuition, communicating with universal energies, and taking that first step in that direction. So at the root of this, okay, we have trust and we have the Page of Stones, the Lynx energy. This is taking a leap of faith. So this is at the root of it. So this is already in place. You've took a leap of faith. Some of you have taken a leap of faith in some area, whether it's mentally taking a leap of faith. Because of that final piece of the jigsaw having gone in, of getting a complete picture about something. So, you know, this is a great trust, isn't it, when we step out of our comfort zone. But this lady here jumping, she knows, you see all the pink at the bottom of the picture. This is like petals, flower petals, and she knows she's got a soft landing, or candy floss, or, you know, that sort of a very soft, bouncy landing. So she's quite content to take this leap of faith. Even though she doesn't know exactly where it's taking her, she knows she's going to land somewhere and it's going to be a safe landing. So this has already happened. And then a clarifier is the Page of Stones, which would be a similar energy to the Page of Pentacles in ordinary tarot. So the pages bring in a message. The pages bring messages forward. So, and of course the lynx, if you look at the spirit of the lynx, it's very much, the lynx is a hunter, isn't it? And very much very good parent, very much protector of its young, a very skilled hunter as well, and can climb trees as well, so very suited to its environment. So so the Lynx energy, the Page of Stones, is about bringing a message, something to do with, something very practical, something to do with perhaps money, career, a new opportunity in a certain area, to do with perhaps with something practical, something that perhaps is going to bring money in. But there's a very keen awareness here, isn't there? An instinctive knowing about something, and I feel that's what's reflected here with this leap of faith, this trust. This is instinctive knowing about where you're leaping. And I do feel it's something to do with, it may be a hobby, it may be a new opportunity, and it may well be linked to money, but it doesn't have to be. There's certainly a leap of faith that was taken for somebody or for some of you, and that's what's at the root of this. That's what is the root of this spark of life, this Ace of Bows, and the rebirth energy, and then thinking about the universal connections, and then the little wren delivering a message to the hermit. So past energies here. We have projections here, and we have the Eight of Stones, which is about skill. Now, with the projections, this is about a relationship in the past. This is when we project an image of ourselves. So how we present ourselves may not be a reflection of what's going on within ourselves, but we all do that. We project an image of ourselves to others, don't we? But it may not be a real reflection of who we really are. So there's something in the past about projecting an image of ourselves. It could be to do with somebody else connected to you, Libra, that projected an image of themselves, or it could have been a shared projection. Now, the clarifier is the Eight of Stones, and this is about skill. So this is working hard to develop a skill, practicing, creating, being very creative. We can see the man here, the caveman, making all these vessels, all different shapes, for all different purposes. And he's left a handprint there, you see, on the wall for future generations, just to say that he was here. So this is about developing a skill. It's almost like an apprenticeship energy, working hard to develop an expertise, a skill. Okay, and then as you're working hard to develop this skill, perhaps not actually revealing that to those around you, what you are actually working on, projecting a different image of yourself, whereas really you were honing in on a particular skill. Yes, but perhaps keeping it to yourself. In the past, that is. But remember, there has been a rebirth currently. And you did take a leap of faith. And it was something to do with, because we have two stones here. So this is at the root and this is in the past influence. Two similar energies. The Page of Stones bringing forward this opportunity. And it's to do with whatever this skill is. Now, going forward, let's see, going forward, we have totality and we have the Two of Vessels, which is about attraction, mutual attraction. So there's two here in the Two of Vessels, and with this totality, although it's the number 5, we see there's connectivity here, there's trust. So it's very, very similar to here, this at the root of the matter, taking the leap of faith and having trust about where you're leaping to, knowing you're going to have a good landing. And here, there's a lot of trust when working on the trapeze, a trapeze artist, you know, that you have to have a lot of trust. The person here being passed from one circus actor on the trapeze to another who's receiving. The person in the middle there being passed has to have a lot of trust, don't they? And belief in the people who have really got their lives in their hands, his life or her life in their hands. So this is about a totality of trust, completion of trust there, just a knowing that you are safe, in safe hands. So, you know, and the clarify, the Two of Vessels, this is about a mutual attraction. This is when it can be about opposites attracting. Two people who think the same, on the same page, brought together, a total understanding and a total trust within this relationship going forward. It doesn't have to be an intimate relationship. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. It can be a very close friendship, colleagues at work where you're on the same page, you think alike. A very close friendship, partnership, within a family, for example. But as I say, it can be to do with an intimate relationship also going forward. So there's something about a totality of trust and understanding, being on the same page going forward. Beautiful, lovely energies there. This person being passed on the trapeze doesn't think, doesn't give any thought to whether anybody's going to be able to catch her here or whether this other person is passing her at the right time. There's a total trust here that it will happen. Now, this is something else that the universe wants to say to you, for whoever this is for, Libra. We have the compromise energy and we have the King of Vessels. Now, the compromise energy has got lots of layers to it. But essentially, this is... the imagery represents courtiers in the courts of years gone by. When they were totally beholden to the court. They were the ones hiding in the shadows, listening to all the conversations, passing on that information to the king or the queen or the emperors or whoever they were. So it doesn't matter what they thought or felt or believed. That had nothing. Didn't matter. They had to compromise their values and their thought processes for the good of the king, the emperor, the queen, whoever it was, whoever's court they were in. They would have to compromise themselves for the people above them. All right, so you know, that's the background to the imagery here. So for some of you, there's something about a compromise needing to be made. Are you having to compromise yourself in some way, Libra? Is this just how it feels for you? There's something about a compromise that perhaps having to meet somebody halfway. It could be that. It could be that. Having to consider somebody else's point of view, or perhaps having to put your point of view on the back burner for the benefit of somebody else. And then the King of Vessels, to clarify, the King of Vessels, the King of Cups in ordinary tarot. Now this is a sound energy, somebody with a big heart, somebody who has a big heart. Very much a protective energy. The King of Vessels here, the Heron, a very protective energy, very comfortable in his surroundings. He has one foot in the water of emotion here, but he is a clear thinker also. So he has that lovely connection between his heart energy, his emotions, and his mental acumen, his clarity of thought. Very quite paternal energy, masculine energy, protective. Had a big heart, caring and nurturing. Very trustworthy. You can trust this energy. You can trust this energy. He is. Sometimes he may be. It may appear a little bit switched off because. It can be very much in tune with his emotions to such an extent that he appears switched off. This is not somebody that reacts. This is somebody, because he's got a good balance between his mind and his heart, then he will think things through, and he thinks things deeply, and he feels things deeply also. So it's a lovely energy to have around. But there's something to do with having to compromise, something about yourself having to be compromised for the King of Vessels. The King of Vessels either represents yourself, Libra, an aspect of yourself, and that you're going to have to compromise in some way, or feel that you have, or this is somebody connected to you. Okay, this is somebody connected to you, and either that person is compromised in some way, or you're going to again have to compromise something, perhaps your values or your ideas, for the benefit of the King of Vessels. So take it how it resonates with you, Libra. But remember, communication is key here, and you are looking forward and taking steps to go forward. Okay. All right, could we have 2 final messages, please, for Libra? 2 final messages, please, for Libra. So we have an impasse here. So here we have a path going, and then there's a brick wall, a stone wall across the path. So this is saying reflect. So reflect on a situation, but then redirect your energy, Libra. So it may have something to do with this compromise, because in this position, this is something else the universe wants to say, and then generally this is a nudge or a heads up about something. Doesn't mean to say it's going to happen or it's got to happen, but it's to make you aware of a potential situation and what's going underneath the skin of it, what's going on. So here, the impasse, this is saying, you know, reflect on whatever this situation is, but then redirect your energy, Libra. And miracles, expect the wondrous to emerge. All right, miracles happen every day to lots of people, and it looks like this is on its way for you. Okay, expect miracles, expect the wondrous to emerge for you, Libra. Beautiful, lovely energies here. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Libra. Whoever this was for, I hope you've enjoyed it and it's given you a little bit of an understanding or insight into a certain situation. But thank you so much for joining me. Good luck going forward, and I hope you can join me again in the future. Bye-bye for now.